in, because some people are complacent where they are and they want to be there. Like, I could not fathom that to save my life at one point. Like, that you would be in a place where you complained about everything all day, every day, and that you don't want to be there, but if somebody gave you something to help you, you wouldn't change. It didn't make sense to me, you know? And after a while, like growing up and, you know, being more business savvy and stuff like that, it started to become clear to me, like, I only have a short period of time. I only have 24 hours just like you. So I can't spend my 24 hours trying to pour into people who don't want to drink. You know what I mean? Trying to give water to people who don't want to drink. I can't do that. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah V. And today I'm going to be talking about how to protect your energy as a new entrepreneur. So in the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey, I didn't really know about protecting my energy. I didn't know how important it was at the time that I needed to protect my energy, because as an entrepreneur, you, like, your whole business depends on you. So you are, you know, your sales, your marketing, your fulfillment, your customer service, everything, you know, and you come up with the ideas, especially, you know, idea creation and content creation, all that stuff, like marketing stuff. It's important to protect your energy, because when you get into those spaces, you have to be free to be your best self. And if your energy is not protected, oftentimes, like, you don't bring your best self to the table. There's only so much that you can give to your business if your energy is compromised, you know? Over time, I started to understand that in order to protect my energy, the main thing that I needed to do was to set boundaries. I wanted to differentiate my friends and family from my business friends and family. And it wasn't like clear cut in the beginning. It was a little bit difficult because I just felt like I'm starting a business, everything is new, it's fresh. I can go to my friends and my family and I can talk to them about certain things. And that's not always the case, because what I got to understand was that being entrepreneur pre, you know, 2020, we'll say, it was difficult. People really didn't mess with you like that. A lot of people don't kind of like believe in that path. Now it's a lot different, because I personally feel like 2020 allowed people to understand that there's no such thing as job security. So it was like, okay, what's the alternative? So the experiences that I had were, once I started talking about business, once I started talking about, you know, my ideas and stuff like that, people kind of tuned it out. People tuned it out. They tuned me out. They didn't really want to hear about that. Everyone I was around was kind of like, school, do 4 years, get a job, and work your way to get a better paying job. You know, that wasn't my thing. I personally knew that business was it for me, and I understood after a while that I had to make a separation between those, my family and friends, and then, you know, people who I talked about business with. And that's two separate things. Like, a lot of people feel like, oh, my family and friends don't support me, and let me just say, I feel like this is going to be a rant video because I really didn't write anything down. I'm just going off the top of the dome. So stick with me, hang in there. I'm pulling out the points, I'll pull them out. But yeah, a lot of people will say, oh, my family and friends, they don't support me. And people will tell you, well, your family and friends are not your target market. But also, you know, in business, you just need some type of support system, because it's new, you're growing in it, you're getting to know a lot of different things. There's a learning curve. You know, it's so many other components that go into it besides just selling your product to someone else, and not talking to your family. Like, it doesn't matter if your family and your friends don't support you, because they're not going to be the ones who's always buying from your business. You do need to have some type of support system around you. And that does not necessarily have to be your family and friends, because not everyone, agrees with that. I think that's like the biggest lesson that I learned. I had to overstand that, because people that not people, like me personally, I'm just that type of person. If you come around me, you're gonna get better. That's it. If you're around me, you're gonna get better. There's no and ifs or buts about it. If I'm around you, I'm gonna give you knowledge that I have, information, anything that you need to help you. But not everyone likes that. Not everyone can stand that type of person, because some people are complacent where they are and they want to be there. Like, I could not fathom that to save my life at one point. Like, that you would be in a place where you complained about everything all day, every day, and that you don't want to be there, but if somebody gave you something to help you, you wouldn't change. It didn't make sense to me, And after a while, like growing up and being more business savvy and stuff like that, it started to become clear to me, like, I only have a short period of time. I only have 24 hours just like you. So I can't spend my 24 hours trying to pour into people who don't want to drink. You know what I mean? Trying to give water to people who don't want to drink. I can't do that. They'd rather sit down there and watch the cup and talk about the ring circles that the cup leave on the table than to drink the water. You feel me? I feel like, is that a good analogy? I don't know. I'm not good at that stuff. But you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You following me? Yeah. So that's like my biggest lesson I had to learn. Just protecting my own energy, because that thing will drain the life out of you. Trying to make your friends into your business friends, and that's not them. That's not them. If you do have friends who are entrepreneurial and you come up with ideas and they're like, yo, that's a good idea, you should run with that. Or if you fail, that's a big thing too. If you start something and you fail, and you need somebody who's gonna tell you, yo, I know this is what you did didn't work out. What's the next move? And you have somebody who's not like that, you know what I mean, in your life. It's a big damn deal. That means that person is not your business associate, like, or friend, your business friend. I like to call my business friend. That person is not your business friend. They're just your regular friend, because they're looking out. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. They're looking out for your best interest, I would say, like trying to protect you from yourself. But your business friend will kind of be like, get up. This is business. This is what we do. Stand up, dust it off. What's the next move? This one didn't work. We got to keep going. What's the next thing? Your regular friend will try to be like, oh, yeah, I don't want to see you hurt anymore. I don't want to see you going through that same type of pain. So just let the business stuff go because it's not, you don't want to do that. You don't want to keep going through that same kind of hurt. I don't want to see you going through that same kind of hurt. And I'm just playing devil's advocate, because there are some people who don't want to see you excel, but I'm not talking about those type of people. I'm talking about your regular friends that they're not business, like business is just not their thing. You know what I mean? I really had to differentiate how much information I shared about my business with my friends. And now it's almost little to none, honestly, because I take all my energy and I put it towards my friends that are business minded. I don't worry about telling my friends who are not business minded anything that's going on with my business, because a lot of times they'll try to protect you and be like, oh yeah, no, this is not right or whatever, but they're not in the process. So it can be difficult, and it almost seems like, they're trying to bring you down, or they're trying to hate on you or something like that. So, but as far as other friends. Like I said before, there are friends that are just your regular friends that's nervous about seeing you hurting, especially if you're in business. But there are some people that are not your friends for real. And when you get into business and they see you excelling, they're gonna hate on you. They're gonna talk shit about you. So what I found was that it was easier for me to let those type of friends go than for me to just be like, oh, I'm not gonna talk business with you or whatever. I'm not gonna talk business with this person or that person, because it didn't matter if I talked about my business with them or not. If they seen me excelling in business, they would automatically feel away. They see me doing something or I'm posting and people are really engaging and stuff like that. It didn't matter if I talk business with that friend, because they'll start hating or feeling some type of way anyways. You know what I mean? Once you know that it's important for you to set boundaries in order to protect your energy in your business, and you have to know the difference between your friends and family and your business friends and family, then things start to get it becomes a lot more manageable to grow your business, scale your business and stuff like that, because you can go and talk to your friends and family and maybe just keep them updated as things go along. Like, hey, this is what's going on in my business, or when they see something happen, then you guys can talk about it. But other than that, like the day-to-day things, you don't have to talk about that with them. Like a lot of times I'll just talk about the things that we want to talk, like, regular stuff, like, oh, what's going on with you and blah, blah, blah. And then when it comes to my business friends and family, I'll talk to them like, this is what's happening in business, and this is how it's affecting me. And those people allow you to grow on your business, on the business end. You know what I mean? They'll push you, they'll tell you exactly the things that you need to do. They'll give you experiences that they've had, and they'll understand where you're coming from. I feel like when you talk to your friends and family about your business activities, you also start to drain them, and then their energy will rub off against you, because not everybody wants to talk about business. Not everybody wants to be a part of that process. So they feel more comfortable, and this is what I've seen. Some of your friends and family, regular friends and family, will feel more comfortable just talking about what happened online, or did you see what was posted in the shade room or something like that. They rather talk about that, and that makes them feel comfortable, than to be talking about how you're gonna do 50,000 in sales in the next 6 months, or you can't wait to get to you can't wait to get to a 6-figure year. You know what I mean? That stuff makes certain people feel uncomfortable, because they don't see that for themselves. To really be honest, they don't see themselves making $10,000 in 1 month. They don't think that that's possible. And I know that because I have talked to people who have said that. Like, $10,000 a month, that's absurd. That's a crazy number. But when you're someone who's in business, or you're someone who is that's what, like, you're aiming for that, that it's possible because you've seen people do it. But once you get to the point where you feel like, oh, I'm gonna talk to these people about things that may be out of their element, like literally $10,000 a month may be out of their element, and you start talking to them about it, they start feeling uncomfortable. And when they start feeling uncomfortable, they can no longer be around you, because it's not gonna mesh at all. So, and I'm saying this to say, if this is like your regular friends and family, if they see you growing and they're not meant to be around you, like, some people can literally be complacent where they are, and they don't care what you're doing, how much you're growing, whatever, they're gonna clap for you. But they're happy being where they are. There's some people who are just like that. And there's other people who they cannot see you growing and being where they are. They don't want to grow. They don't want to grow. They just don't want to see you grow. You feel me? Those people are going to drop off anyways. They're a whole different set of people. They're going to drop off regardless. So my whole thing is like, just to maintain your space, your center, yourself. Give, just to maintain your space, give out information to the people who are actually going to help you in your business, who are actually going to help you grow, who are going to support you mentally, spiritually, in the way that you need to be supported. And majority of those people are like your business friends and family. There's some friends and family that you have, maybe they are business minded and they will serve as both. You get what I'm saying? But you need to really know the difference between who's here to support you and will root for you, and who is gonna be in the back, helping you push that car. I don't fucking know. helping you put, like, who's gonna be helping you, during the process while you're in the mud, and people who are gonna be rooting for you at the end. It's two different people. So that's the one thing as a new entrepreneur that I really feel like I had to understand, in order to protect my energy, so that I could be creative. I could do well in my business. I lost a lot of friends and let go of a lot of people because I just saw it wasn't healthy. It wasn't healthy. It wasn't helping me at all. It wasn't helping me at all. It wasn't healthy. So yeah, you just make sure you know the difference. I think that's like the biggest thing that I can say, especially in business, how to protect your energy. Making sure you know the difference between those two set of people will save you, and it will save you from failing, essentially. So if you found value in this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit the like button down below, and I'll see you in the next one.